You see this pond that is directly behind me? Well, this pond is trash. And you see this pond over here behind me now? Well, this pond it's really good. Or is it? You see, today we're conducting an experiment. We're gonna go and fish as many supposedly bad ponds as we can and as many supposedly good ponds as we can to figure out if there is really a difference. Or is it just you? Or is it me? Or is it everybody? I don't really know. Let's go find out. You know, before we go any further, I need to state kind of a little quick disclaimer real quick. We're not typically the channel to do a lot of challenge videos. We like to keep it real over here. In my opinion, we do like what the bass fishing YouTube community needs kind of more of. So that being said, we're not calling this a challenge today. We're gonna call this an experiment. Oh yeah. So in bass fishing, at least, you know, pond fishing, lake fishing, creek fishing, there's always good spots and there's always bad spots. And I'm like, what makes a spot good and what really makes a spot bad? Or is it mostly just the fishermen? Like, do I suck at fishing? Well, recently, yes. I don't even remember the last time I actually caught a fish. It's been like a month or something. It's winter, the bass fishing doesn't necessarily suck, but it's not prime, juicy time for bass fishing. So today we're gonna go around and we're gonna find some new spots while also comparing supposedly really good spots to really bad spots. This is an app called FishBrain, and arguably it's the most reliable fishing source out there. Today we're gonna be using this app to find some really high rated, like 5-star bass fishing spots or ponds or creeks, whatever. And on the other hand, some really low rated, like 1-star fishing spots. And we're gonna compare and contrast the fishing in them. We're probably gonna fish around 2 to 3, like 1-star ponds, if that's what you wanna call it, and 2 to 3 5-star ponds, and see if the fishing in these 5-star ponds is really that much better than the fishing in these 1-star ponds. You know, I fish everywhere. I don't care if it's a mud puddle. I don't care if it's a crystal clear 10-foot visibility reservoir. I love fishing everywhere. I don't even care if there's fish in it. I'll still fish it. It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, it's not supposed to be a challenge, but more of an experiment. So let the experiment begin. All right, let's evaluate this first location. This is actually one of the higher rated ponds. We wanted to start out somewhere good because it's kind of cold. It's a little cold out here. The fishing might not be great, so we want to get off to a bang, you know? But I'll kind of show you guys what we're looking at here. This is listed as a private body of water, which, has that ever stopped us? Come on now, get out of here. All right, spot number 1. Got a whopping rating of, let's see, I just looked at the fish. I didn't even look at the 4.1. All right, that's solid. That's pretty darn good. 5 stars would be like catching fish every cast, in my opinion. So 4.1, like catching fish every 3 casts. Let's just say that. It's got 77 bass catches. It's 2 grass carp, some bluegill, sunfish, crappie, and yeah, okay. So not bad, not bad. Is there any reviews? Lunch spot, 5 stars. Lunch spot, sometimes good, how can lunch sometimes be good and sometimes better? That's supposed to mean. Great place for fishing. All right, cool. This 10 thumbs up to the lunch spot, 6 to the what's it called? Great place for fishing. All right, spot number 1. It looks good. First impressions are, well, these aren't really that polarized, but the water's kind of clear. It looks almost like it's kind of blue, and it's quiet. It's nice. There's not many people around here, which is surprising because there's a bunch of houses, but we got a couple rods. I don't know. We're gonna fish probably 2 other spots that are kind of like this, and 2 other spots that are gonna look probably 10 times as small and 10 times as muddy and just look like garbage. So we'll see. Let the experiment begin. It's gonna be fun. I'm just hoping it's not gonna be a struggle. Imagine we can't even catch a fish at the good spot, and then we go to the bad spots and we're like, oh my God, what's going on here? I guess that's how this is gonna work, so we'll see. First cast, going in. It's gonna be fun. I will say one thing I really like about this pond right off the bat is all the rocks, especially when this cold water hits, like the sun. We're going right to the sun right now, first of all, because it's a little cold. But second of all, because when the sun hits all these rocks, it just absorbs all the heat, and I guarantee you we're going to see some, well, it's actually a 4.1 star. We're going to see some bass or bluegill or something up shallow, because these rocks are warmer than, I don't know about the middle of the pond, the deepest, but they're usually pretty warm where the sun is hitting them. Yeah, this looks good right here. Let's throw around this jerkbait. Oh my God, he smoked it. Gotta be a good one. It's got to be a good one. Oh my God. Oh, what in the world? I think I snagged him. What did I snag? Yep, I did snag him. Oh my God, dude. I thought I just took like an 8-pounder. Dude, it's actually a decent one too. Oh my God, look at this. I snagged him in the complete back of the freaking fin. Let's get him in here. Ah, come here. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Look at that. Ah, it's a decent fish too. Just not in the freaking face. I don't know what happened there, but it's a fish at least. This is not even close to his freaking face. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but I do know that was a good fight. It's a decent fish. All right, sign of life. I was not feeling too confident here. Count that how you want to. I'm just gonna count it as a fish. Might not be a legal or proper catch, but it does show that there is fish in here. So my theory is this guy probably came up to smoke it, completely missed it, or I was just working this jerkbait and snagged a fish on the back of the back, but that's never happened to me before, so that is a little weird. But first spot, ranked number 4 starred, and we got a nice 2-pounder, so the ratings are proving to be true. It may have been a snag, but I don't know. It shows there's fish here, and that kind of caught me off guard. It's a decent fish too. Oh, dude, this water, oh my God, is freaking cold. Well, it might not have been the catch we're looking for. I think that might have been the first like bass I've ever just been working it and snagged. And it's with a jerkbait, and a lot of the times, I mean, if you fish jerkbaits a lot, fish are gonna get snagged. That's kind of what happens, but that's a good thing. We know the fishing isn't complete garbage today. We came to a good spot and we caught a good bass. Let's keep moving down these banks and see if we can snag another, just in the mouth this time. Oh my God, dude, I think I have hypothermia on my hand. That water is so cold. I was not ready for that water to be that cold. Whew. All right, so we have gathered some critical evidence at spot number 1. First of all, fish are alive here. We did catch, well, we hooked a fish. We pulled it in with our fishing rod. We landed it, held it, and released it. So technically, we did catch a fish. Was it morally correct or legally correct? Well, first of all, it was an accident. Second of all, no. But we did land a fish, so I'll take it. And honestly, it wasn't even a bad fish. It was like a 2.5-pounder, if I remember correctly. Number 2, lunch spot. That review, well, I'm not exactly sure. We might need to come back later, maybe 3 hours or so, and test to see if it truly is a good lunch spot. Maybe pull up with some napkins and a picnic table. No, not a picnic table. What's it called? A picnic blanket to test if this is truly a good lunch spot. I don't know though. Hopefully the rest of the spots aren't a struggle like this. We'll have to see. It wasn't too bad. We only have like an hour to fish at each spot, but we gathered our good notes, our good evidence. Spot number 1, 4.1 stars. I'd say it's a success. Let's go find a trashy fishing spot. How often are you gonna hear that one? All right, moving on. So this is where the real experiment begins. We have fished one good pond, one technically 5-star, I think it was 4.1 or so. Now we are at, not at yet, it's actually across that street, but we're now at our first technically trash pond, or supposedly trash pond. And we'll give you guys a little peep as to what we're looking at. So it's, first of all, it's tiny. It's probably 50 times as small as the last spot we were just at. But it's got a total of 9 catches, 8 catches, all largemouth, and 1 review. Let's see, and a review of 1 freaking star. That's about as low as you can get, unless there's a 0 star, which I don't think you can do. So 1 star, that's certainly the worst pond we could find on this whole entire map. 1 review, and it's, wow, okay. This is interesting. Get ready for this. Wowzers, couldn't believe I came here to get robbed by a duck. I left a rod out, took a nap. When I was done, there was a duck taking my rod away! Exclamation point. It must have been under the water because I didn't see anything but man, watch out. You gotta watch out for robber ducks. That's ridiculous. So maybe this pond is actually really good. I don't know. Let's go find out though. Trash pond number 1, pond number 2. Let's continue our experiment. So there's a couple things I look for when I first pull up on a pond. The first thing I look for is kind of the size, and I usually don't judge it off size. You can catch giant bass out of small ponds, and this is a really small pond. Second thing is probably water clarity. I always like a good clear pond. It makes it a little more fun. You get to see a little bit more of, you know, what's in it. And then cover. Cover's like mad important. That's probably the most important thing, honestly. You look for sticks, even like these drains, even a fountain providing oxygen for the pond, overhanging trees like pine needles, leaves, literally like anything in the pond that could provide cover for bass or like not cover for bass. So the last pond, it was rocks. This one is obviously more stick, leaf, like natural oriented. So I mean, first take, it doesn't look that bad. It could be poopy, it could be good. I mean, that review was a little whacked, so hopefully we don't get quacked and our rod gets stolen by a duck. That would suck. That guy must have had a rough day. We'll see. Let's try and find a fish. This looks, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. This looks interesting. Let's continue this experiment. I don't know. This pond actually doesn't even look that bad. I think we can catch a fish out of it. I'm very optimistic. 1 star is pretty rough though. All right, we're in action, baby. This is kind of where the true experiment begins. We've got 1 fish at a good pond. Now we're gonna see what this 1-star pond has got going for us. I don't know, I actually feel good about it. I think we can get some bass here. I did see a couple catches. Nothing, actually we did see like a 5-pounder. I saw like it may not have been a 5-pounder, but it looked about like a 3.5. But that means there are potentially some good fish in here. And I mean, I don't see anything too bad about it, you know? If I pulled up to this thing, my first impression would be, well, I don't normally judge a book by its cover, but I don't even know if there's a fish in here. Not seen any life, but so far we have avoided the robber duck, the burglar duck. That's a good thing. We got to keep our eyes peeled for that thing. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. Uh-oh. Those are looking like some mean Eugenes. And oh my God. I think we found them. I think we found the burglar duck. Look at that guy. Looks so suspicious, dude. Look at him. He can't even look me in the eyes. Swimming away. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that must be the burglar duck that one guy was talking about. That guy looks sus as hell. Also, he's all alone. What's going on there? Maybe this dude's onto something. It's a little interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out on that guy. He's dangerous. See, this is very important because we have now gathered some critical evidence at trash spot number 1. And if I read it here, well, muddy, small, cover, but not the good type of cover. Very leafy, shallow, muddy number 2, and no fish. That's all right. You know, what did you expect? 1-star pond. I don't know if it's because the killer duck or the burglar duck or the fish, but I think there's probably fish in there. I didn't see much. I saw some signs of people fishing, just not much signs of, you know, life. On to the next. We're gonna try and find another good spot, and hopefully it's a really good one. We're gonna try and do our best to find like a 5-star pond and see what happens. Let's go. On to the next. I feel so utterly blessed to be in the presence of such a great bass fishing pond. Let's review the statistics. So this pond has a total of 53 catches. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. but a total of 53 catches, of which 39 are largemouth, 4 are bluegill, and 1 are grass carp, with a total rating of 4.5 out of 5. This is probably going to be the best rated pond we fished today. 4.5 stars out of 5 is really good. The reviews are very good, pretty good. Lots of good sized fish and huge bluegill. Was this helpful? Yes, and yes. Thank you, Mr. Fisherman. All right, we're at our second good spot. 4.5 stars is pretty darn freaking good, so we need to actually catch fish here. Not snag fish, not lose fish, but catch fish. And it looks really good, I'm not gonna lie. This looks like a really good spot. Let's make it happen. We need a big bass here. Let's do it. Well, yep, that's a fish right there. Yep, that's a fish right there. No way. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good bass. It's like a 3-pounder, 4-pounder. Oh my God, no way. No way. Oh my God, dude. Oh no, no, no. We got her. We got her. We got her. No way. No way. Yes, dude. Oh my God. Look at that. Hold on, we're gonna give her a dip. She's all grassy. We wanna keep her healthy. Oh my God, I think she's healthy. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. That was a freaking disaster. Give her some of that aqua. Yeah, that is cold, dude. That is cold water. Oh yeah. Look at that big girl. That is how you start a pond right there. That's probably about a 3.7, 3.8. We do have a scale, but we might throw her on real quick. Look at that though. Dude, I was letting that jerkbait sit right next to this, I don't really know what this is. I can't tell if it's a drain or just a big metal circular pancake. But this girl comes out of nowhere and I'm just twitching it, and I twitch it again and I'm like, wow, this is heavy. This is not as heavy as that jerkbait. Pull up and I'm like, that's a fish. It felt like a catfish at first. I felt the head shakes. That was sick, dude. We might throw her on the scale real quick just to get a weight. So especially because you guys are always dissing my weights. So we'll see who's truly right. But that is, what a way to start spot number 3. 4.5 stars. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. That was sick. It's in kilograms. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. Still, it's in pounds. All right, let's go. I'm saying 3.85. Let's see. Let us see. Oh my God, I couldn't have been more off. It's 4.8. Are you, is that right, dude? I guess so. She's heavy, dude. 4.8. Excuse me. These fall fish are built different. These pond fish are just built different, dude. All right, 4.8. How is that almost a 5-pounder, dude? I couldn't have been more wrong. Look at that. All right, thank you, big girl. That was an insane eat, and we've been here for like 5 minutes. Let's go. Thank you, Mama Pajama. That's a beautiful green fish. That's exactly how I expected a fish coming out of here to look. Clear blue water, green grass, big old bass. Let us know, did we do a good job? Sorry, it's pretty grassy here, I know. I think, all right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So now you don't want to leave, but about 5 minutes ago, you were pretty much ripping my thumb off. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. You can't see it now, but she got me, dude. That was one of the most aggressive bass after I'd landed her ever. She was ripping my thumb to pieces. Like, I even, in like mid-air, I don't know if I caught it on GoPro, ripped this hand out of her mouth, and then I gripped her with this hand. We got lucky with that fish. Spot number 3, good pond number 2. The experiment is going well. We're gathering some great statistics here. Put it on the notepad, keep going. Is that another fish? Yep, it is. No way, dude. It's a little smaller, but wait, it's a freaking crappie, dude. Are you kidding me? Well, hey, we could put this on the fish brain. Didn't see any crappie listed. Or we could take him home and eat him. He's a little small. Thanks, buddy. 1 big bass, 1 small crappie. All right, all right. This is some really good evidence here. Some really good evidence. Yep, that's him. Yep, that's a good one too. That's a good fish. Come on, come up. How big is he? He feels nice. Or he's hooked weird. Or he's just feisty. He's just feisty. He's not big at all. Yeah, he's hooked. He's kind of hooked on the top of the head. Dude, they are stacked up on this dam. I mean, I kid you not. We came back to fish this dam coming off from that white dock, and we've been here another like 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes or so, and we already got another 2 fish in the bag. Look at that, dude. They are just stacked up. We don't really need to gather that much more evidence here. We're gonna keep fishing, but I mean, the point of this video is to learn, is there truly a difference? We're conducting an experiment here, you know? And we got some data. So we're gonna keep fishing, maybe try and get another good one, because they're here, they are here. We just need to weed out the small ones, and then we'll move on. This is going really well so far. There are a bunch of fish here, it's awesome. Back in you go, jerkbait. Go find a big one. Yep, fish on. Oh, he smoked it. That feels like a decent one. He's feeling a little funky. Come on. What are you doing, buddy? Nope, it's not. It is not. Get up here, buddy. I'd say it's your good old average size bass right there. Average size pond bass, so I'm not going to complain. There's, I think, our third or fourth bass. Third or fourth? I don't really know, honestly. I'm kind of losing count. We'll get you back, buddy. Thank you. All right, before we conclude at this pond, we need to gather one very critical piece of information, and that is to test this bench. Ooh, sturdy bench. Firm bench. It's a little hard. It's a little too curved at the bottom. It's an okay bench. It looked a lot better, but I rate it a 7 out of 10. Okay bench. 7 out of 10. That's not too bad. There's some good benches out there, so don't be mad about that, buddy. You looked a lot more comfortable than you felt though. Well, spot number 3, in conclusion. A lot of evidence gathered here, but I think we got a total of 1 or 2 crappie, maybe 4 bass, and 1 bass, 4.8 pounds. Biggest fish of the day. Maybe the biggest fish we'll catch today. I mean, I'm gonna give this pond I'm gonna say this is a very solid pond. Some small ones, maybe it's a little stunted, but we did get that good one. I don't know if we were real lucky there, or if like maybe we're unlucky and maybe there's a bunch of big ones in here, you know? We'll never know, but this is an experiment, so we got our evidence. It's time to move on and find, unfortunately, our second 1-star pond. I don't really want to leave, but we gotta figure out, are good ponds really better than bad ponds? I don't know. Let's move on. Well, this is interesting. We've made it to our second trash pond, supposedly trash pond. We haven't even fished it yet. I can't call it trash pond. And well, it's small. It's really small. I think it's almost smaller than the first 1-star pond we fished, but it has 1 catch, and it's kind of a unique one. It's not really a rating, but it has 1 catch and 1 review that says small, or here, let's click on it first. Small, tiny pond, not many fish, mud puddle. And that sounded perfect for me. We want to find the worst possible ponds we can find, and I don't even know if you can call this a pond. This looks like a little sewer, like a sewer dump off. But there's a catch here, according to the most reliable app on the world, FishBrains. So we got to test it out. And if we catch a bunch of fish here, you know, that could skew our data. That could be really a game changer. But got a couple rods here. Switching up the techniques, we brought out the spinner rod just in case we need to get nitpicky. And I don't know. Let's go gather some evidence. All right, let's check this place out. This is really weird. This is a unique spot. I mean, it's tiny. It's got a little fountain. It's almost like, there's a wake right there. That's cool. It's almost like half in the neighborhood, and then it's half like next to the side of the road. So, I mean, it's kind of stuff we fish on this channel, but I just don't know. We're kind of here to find out. And I mean, if we have a rating to give it, maybe we'll be the first people to give this pond a real rating, because right now it just has a review. So, you know, this pond maybe isn't all that bad. I don't really know. Oh, what in the world was that? That was a bass, dude. Or a really gigantic bluegill. Come on. What in the world? Okay, there's fish here. There's bass here. Okay, it wasn't a big fish, but it was like, that's a sign of life. And looking at this spot, that's big. Seeing a sign of life. That's what makes you nervous coming to these spots. You're like, are there even fish in here? Like, are all these people driving by looking at me like this guy is such a goofball? And yeah, 50% of them are, but who really cares? That's a sign of life. That's good stuff right there. Ooh, look at all these wakes. Oh, I think I just had one, dude. I think I just had a fishies. Hold on. No, I'm pretty sure it's like 4 inches shallow right here. Hold on a sec. Or they're freaking turned. Oh my God, I just cast it on a fish. What are these, dude? What are these things? They're either like nitro turtles, small carp, or bass. Oh, yep, I just got waked on or something. I can't see anything through this water. It's not even muddy, it's just black. It's just dark, dude. Oh my God. Oh, dude, that was a good fish. I think. I can't even speak right now. That was a bass. That was a bass that came up to munch me, dude. That was a little bass or something. What is going on? Well, after a very long day of fishing, a lot of hours put on, I guess, the bank, not really the water. A lot of hours put on the bank. We've gathered a lot of good data, and we have to come to a consensus. So looking at it, we have fished a total of 4 ponds today. 2 supposedly good and 2 supposedly bad. We had fished probably roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours at each spot. Oh my God, excuse me. Didn't even put on my freaking glasses. All right, let's retry this. 4 ponds, 2 good, 2 bad, roughly about an hour and a half at each, coming in grand total with 0 fish at 1-star ponds. Very upsetting. And a total of roughly 4 or 5 fish at good ponds. Yeah, take it how you want to. Good ponds, bad ponds. Maybe it was just off days for both ponds. Maybe they're actually really, really good ponds, but they're hiding the fish under the mud and rocks because they know I'm coming and they don't want to be seen by other people. You know what I mean? I really don't know. That was interesting though. I never thought about actually fishing 1-star ponds versus 5-star ponds or whatever you want to call it. So it was good to get out here and try it. Now, either way, I'm gonna go fish some garbage ponds tomorrow, and the next day, I'll go fish some great ponds. There's only one way to find out whether they're garbage or they're great, and that's fishing them. So get out there, keep grinding, keep fishing, and have some fun. Who cares if it's a bad pond? Maybe you just suck at fishing. Go fish bad ponds, go fish good ponds, keep sucking at fishing, and maybe you'll get good one day, unlike me. I'll see you on the next one, and peace out.